In this video, let's go over the customer relationships segment of the business model canvas. And it's a really good segue from the channels, because the channels are how you get your customers. But really, that's surface. The depth of it is, what are your customer relationships going to be like? And that's extremely important. So let's get into it. As I mentioned before, most first-time entrepreneurs solely focus on getting new customers, but it's also very important to facilitate good relationships. So when you think about how will your customers interact, are they going to get great support and get inspired by that and fall in love with all the value you're giving them through your product, through your support, and through personal assistant? Or is it just self-service or an automated service, maybe even worse, right? Call a company and all you get is their robotic voice support. You start to hate them, right? It's cheaper for the company, but the customer starts to hate them. So there's a little bit of a push and pull here. When you're new, what I would recommend is that you go above and beyond, because when you're new, no matter how great you feel like your service is, generally companies that are new, their service is less good than it will be in the future. In the beginning, win with your devotion to your customers. Go above and beyond in the delivery of your product or service and in your support. That's the advantage that you can have. And I'm going to be repetitive here, and I apologize for it, but the quality of your product and service, always strive to be better, because that's how people will engage. They'll buy more if it's good. They're not going to buy again if it's bad. And they're going to continue to engage as long as they're getting good quality product or service. And one small idea that I want to plant in your mind is, when you give support and when you encourage people to, in fact, take support, what happens is you get these real conversations with your customers. And consider how important customer conversations are. You can ask them about their problems, how they solve the problems, what's lacking for them. Precisely this is the most real feedback you will ever get on your business and on the industry and on their experience, and you'll get exactly the insight for how to improve your product, what features to create, and all those sorts of things. And now I'll give you a few ideas for how to extend your relationships. Having a large product catalog will immediately help to boost sales. For example, when I go to a grocery store and I see like blueberry yogurt, cherry yogurt, chocolate yogurt, I would have tried them all. If it was just one flavor, I would have only gotten one probably. So just having more products on offering, as long as they're not bad, as long as having more products doesn't decrease the quality, that's an immediate way for people to buy more from you and consume more of your products. Of course, the add-on products. For example, when I sell my own SEO services, guess what? You can sell social media services. You can sell website creation services. You can create all kinds of business services, but those are add-on products. If the initial contact with your service was good for the client, they'll buy more. It's not a guarantee, but they'll be much more likely to buy more. And as long as you have add-on next things for your customer, that's perfect. Of course, you can charge higher prices, which will immediately help you get more money from transactions from your customers. And again, the way you charge premium prices is by having a higher quality offering. And of course, one common thing you can plan for and strategize for is to have consumable products or subscriptions. Consumables are, food is a good example of a consumable product. For example, when I buy the yogurt, I eat it, and then I have to buy it again if I like it. And if I like it, I like it, I like it. If I make it a part of my breakfast, I'll buy 365 of those yogurts per year. But if I don't like it, I'll just buy one and that's it. And subscriptions are things that people know they need them, and it's natural to sell them on a regular basis, like gym memberships or magazine subscriptions used to be popular. Now they're less popular. Now what's popular is those subscriptions where you get anything in the mail, food, or the Razor Shave Club where you get your razor blades for shaving, or book clubs or anything like that where people are consuming regularly. Well, it's hard for them to keep buying every time. That's a deterrent. So creating a subscription takes away that deterrent, and their credit cards are billed every month or so. And so obviously they engage with your business long term, and you get paid long term, and you take away that barrier of them having to pay every month. So subscriptions are a powerful way to extend your relationships. And of course, on the side of free things you can do. You can provide regular free, usually educational content to remain on the forefront of people's minds, so that even though they might not be buying from you right now, they are aware of you, and when they will buy, they'll consider your company. Now, just a quick few words of what's considered enough of a high quality, because this is very psychological. When I started making videos all the way back in 2013, I thought they were maybe not like TV quality, but I thought they were good, and I thought what I was saying was good in the videos. And then by around 2016, I realized, oh my God, like I've been making really bad videos because I made a lot of videos, low quality, bad equipment, no skills, bad presentations, you name it. And I thought that by 2016, I had learned enough about how to make good videos. And then by 2018, I was like, oh my God, the videos I made in 2016 were terrible. And now I am redoing the videos from 2018, and so on and so on and so on. So all the time I keep thinking, wow, I am good now. Like now it's pretty good, but improving is always possible. That's what I've learned. And I've learned this not just through the videos. I've learned this through all the products I've built, through the books I've written, like my business plan book. I've rewritten it so many times. I think it's like 20 drafts now, and it's probably going to be 20 more. And I've also seen this often in my clients and my students. They often release their first product and they think it's great, and then I try to use it and it's full of bugs, and it was hard enough for them to release it and create it. I understand. And they tell me it's amazing. I've never had anyone tell me their product or service is bad, but usually it can be better. Usually, wherever you are now, if you focus on improving, you will do something better later. And that plight to quality is probably the single most important key to success. I'm sorry for being repetitive. It's just that important. It's probably one of the top lessons I've ever learned for being in business for over a long period of time. Now, just to wrap up, how do you further extend your customers' relationships and get them to return? There's only a few ways. Of course, you can get their email addresses or get them to socially follow you. That way you can keep up. You can send them notifications and messages and things like that, and they can stay in touch. You can run retargeting ads if you're not familiar with that term. I'm sure you've seen it online. When you land on any site, their ads start following you around the web. You've seen it on Amazon. Many sites run it, and you can run it too. They're usually cheap to run, and the leads you get from them are warmer because the only people you are retargeting are people who have already been on your site. So they're relatively warm leads. So these are recommended to run. And people who are already consuming your product, this is important, quality again. If they're consuming it, that means they like it. As soon as they see bad quality in your product, they stop consuming, and their customer relationship with your business essentially ends because they're not coming back if they had a bad experience. But if they keep consuming, not only are they super aware of your brand, they might also come back again to buy more of the things they're consuming. And of course, branding in a larger sense will also help them to come back and remember you when they need the kind of product or service you're selling, or making sure that they find you in the same way they originally found you the next time they try to shop for a similar product or service is also a good way to get people back. But essentially, these are the only ways, or the very common ways. And if you don't do these, you sort of lost people because there is no way to pull them back in. So that was a little bit of a long-winded video, but it's really important because facilitating that customer relationship is tremendous and it's really important.